Nespresso, from ristretto to decaffeinato.
Miss Veloudon?
That's incredible.
I know.
I always imagined you to be much more ristretto. Good night, Mr. Decaffeinato.
Hi, come in. Thanks for meeting me here today. I'm Jean-Marc Duossan, and I've been appointed CEO of Nespresso. I've brought you here today because I would like to better understand Nespresso's future in the portioned coffee market.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Duvoisin. I'm Mary from the AGSM Consulting Group. Could you tell me a bit about the company?
Nespresso was launched in 1986 and we invented the Nespresso coffee machine and coffee pods. Since then, we have been the dominant coffee pod brand. In the pioneering years from 1986 to 1994, we served our customer with 4 Grand Cru varieties as well as introducing our Nespresso Club. We followed this with the launch of our Nespresso website. We had a golden decade of growth at the turn of the millennium. Nespresso's growth journey has followed a two-pronged approach: innovation and expansion, which have led to exponential growth. We have protected our brand with over 1700 patents, which ensured we maintained our dominance. This all changed in 2010 when we had some legal issues with our patents, which led to new entrants in the market. I would like to know what happened in 2010 and what our current options are today in 2013 to move the company forward. Our vision at Nespresso is to be recognized as the ultimate coffee experience worldwide, and we pride ourselves on our premium coffee pods and elite marketing techniques.
Thank you, Mr. Duvoisin. I'll analyze the data, form a case, and come back to you with the results soon.
Thank you, Mary.
Hi, Mr. Duvoisin. It's Mary here again.
Mary, can't wait to hear what you have found.
From my research, I found that pre-2010, Nespresso operated in a monopoly market. In terms of Porter's 5 forces, it means Nespresso had low industry competition, low threat of new entrants as a result of patents, low bargaining power of suppliers because Nestle is a dominant buyer of coffee beans, low bargaining power of buyers because customers were locked into buying Nespresso coffee pods. But there was a high threat of substitutes as there are multiple options out there other than coffee pods. Before 2010, Nespresso operated in a monopoly market, but in 2010, Sara Lee, an ethical coffee company, launched their brands, which transformed the market into an oligopoly. At this time, Nespresso had 4 main options: legal action, cutting prices, launching a budget line, or do nothing. When constructing a game tree, we have considered that Sara Lee, an ethical coffee company, had the option of either launching or not launching. Based off of this, we've constructed a payoff matrix in terms of projected gross profit over 5 years. Looking forward, Sara Lee, an ethical coffee company, would always launch their rival products as the outcomes are more positive with this decision. This means that all options to not launch have been pruned from the tree. Reasoning back, Nespresso's best option in terms of economic projections would be to pursue legal action. This means that the Nash equilibrium was for Nespresso to take legal action, while Sara Lee, an ethical coffee company, would launch their products. Mr. Duvoisin, This means that you made the right decision in pursuing legal action in the 2010 time period.
Perfect. This means we should pursue the same strategy again, correct?
It's important to take into consideration the new market structure when creating strategies. The world is constantly evolving and we must adapt our strategies to reflect these changes. Following the same strategies would not result in the best economic outcome for Nespresso. The market structure in 2010 was transitioning into an oligopoly. Rivals were slowly entering the market, which has been more and more concerning for Nespresso. Today, in 2013, the market structure has changed to become a complete oligopoly. Nespresso's dominance has been challenged by a myriad of companies. JAB has emerged as the largest competitor, having acquired Sara Lee as well as many others. JAB now controls over 50 different brands and has gained a significant and growing market share. Faced with growing competition, Nespresso has the following 4 options to pursue. Legal action. As JAB is just as powerful as Nespresso's parent Nestlé, engaging in legal action to defend expiring patents would not be a profitable decision. This means that there are only 3 viable options remaining. Differentiate, price cut, do nothing. Constructing a game tree from these 3 options, with Nespresso and JAB both having the same 3 options available, we've constructed a payoff matrix for each scenario. Looking forward, we've identified that JAB would choose to always differentiate, as this would provide them with the greatest outcomes. Therefore, price cut and do nothing options have been pruned from the tree. Reasoning back, Nespresso's best option would be to differentiate, as this would provide them with the greatest outcome. The Nash equilibrium for this game tree would be for Nespresso to differentiate and JAB to also differentiate. From our game tree analysis, Nespresso should differentiate their brand and products. This can be done through building brand equity and ensuring that Nespresso maintains its prestigious reputation for premium quality coffee and service. Nespresso should increase brand awareness, perceived quality, brand association, brand loyalty, and other proprietary assets. We also recommend that Nespresso differentiate its product line through innovating and expanding its portfolio. Our solution for you is the Nespresso Vertuo line. Having learned from patent mistakes in the past, launching the new Vertuo line would allow Nespresso to create new barriers to entry with new patents and technology. Nespresso will once again enjoy a monopoly market.
That's very impressive. I like your work. I'll get my product team onto it straight away. Thank you for all your hard work. I now have a clearer picture of how to strategically direct Nespresso into the future.